What's going on? I just want to come and share with y'all a little things that's been going on in my mind and in my heart. Maybe some of y'all out there may be dealing with the same thing. Not sure, but let's see. Let's go for it. So, the thing that I have been dealing with is, well, as of late, is, God, is this it? There has to be more to life than just this. There has to be more to life than just get up and go to work, pick the kids up from school, make dinner, come home, go to bed, get up, go to work, pick the kids up from school, make dinner, go home. That same old Groundhog Day motion. It's like there has to be more to it than this. So as I began to pray, he began to share with me that about being productive. Not only just being productive for me, myself, but being productive for his glory, being productive for the kingdom. And as he began to lead me down that path, it is frustrating. It's frustrating because not only is he leading me down the path to get to where he wants me to be, but there's some shedding within myself that I have to go through and learn the ways that he will desire for me to be. So when I make it to where it is that I'm going, all these things that can hinder me is shed away. So, with that being said, I saw a couple of things today. Well, yesterday, I went into prayer and I asked God, just show me what I need to do to be productive. I don't know where to start. I don't know where to go. I don't know what you want me to do. So I have to solely trust him to guide me where he wants me to go, right? Okay. So today, as I decided to sit still, I have to sit still. Just let everything stop. And I said, okay, Lord, I'm here. Do what you want to do with me. Show me the path you want me to go. As he began to show me, I began to speak with my husband, and all of a sudden, my mind started rolling and pop. I was just gone with ideas that linked up to my heart, and it just made light shine within me. And it's like, oh man, like, how can I get started? How can we do this? My poor husband, his ears, I don't know if he can still hear right about now, because I was filling them up. And another thing, and it was kind of like one of those experiences. So here's the experience that I had today of productiveness. I was led to go downtown, and I said, sure, let's just go to Pine Street. That's where there are a lot of homeless people. I also was looking to go to senior citizen homes and foster cares. But today, I was led to go downtown. Saying maybe this will get some juices going. I don't know what type of productivity I can do. Well, lo and behold, when I got there, I saw, of course, homeless people, men, laying out on the street like none other. I saw mothers with their children, and during this time, school is in. So I'm like, these babies are just chilling on the side of the street along with their mama, eating a bag of chips while they supposed to be in school, right? And I saw one boy, and he was just so deeply into reading his book to where my heart felt for him. It's like, man, out of all this that he going through, maybe that's the only way he can lose himself and get into a different reality than what the reality is that he is in, which is homelessness. So the Lord put on my heart, and I began to think, like, how can I be productive to this part of the kingdom? And as I begin to look around, I see all kinds of buildings going up. They building more penthouses. They building more restaurants, more gas stations, all in the same range of where these people. I seen a baby, the mother and the father laying on the grass. The baby is knocked out, no shoes on, in a stroller. Wow. You have all these white collared people walking around, and you have all these buildings going up around them, all these gas stations. How much gas do we need? How much penthouses do we need? We don't need all of that. And so I was sitting there, and the Lord put on my mind as of to say, we have more than enough, but yet we want to stay greedy. We want to stay greedy. For example, what that looks like, and I'm at fault of it too. What that looks like, let me tell you. Yesterday, I was at work. I took me a big thing of rice, and I made me some beans. And it was going to be good. I knew it was. But guess what? A couple of my coworkers decided they was going to go out and get something to eat. So what I do? I said, yeah, let me join in on that. And I got me a big thing of rice, which I already had, that I paid $8 for. So I sit here and think, was that productive? No. For what? I had more than enough. I had enough rice and beans from my home that I could have took for lunch today and tomorrow. But no, I spent that $8. Why? To get another thing of rice. Why? Because that was it. Just because. But here I sit and think. When God showed me that, it's like, okay, God, how can I have been more productive with $8? Some people think $8 is just $8. But to them, those people that I saw today, $8 is a lot. $8 could have bought 2 boxes of pizza that could have fed that family of 4 and had leftovers possibly. You know? So, I'm thinking, I had rice. I had this $8. Instead of thinking of self and just being greedy with it, I could have put that $8 and became a servant to somebody that was in need more than me. I had a bowl of rice and beans already and bought a bowl of rice. But then here go these people laying in the grass, no cover. Babies, they ain't got no bed, sitting in the stroller asleep. But I'm being greedy. I had more than enough. Did I think to share this? No. Did I think to be productive? No. These are the things that my mind is going. These are the things that the Lord has been working and dealing with me on and dealing with other people. I'm sure I'm not the only one, to where I call these the forgotten ones. God didn't forget about them because He's going to provide for them. But we all can, if we all just put $8 aside, all of us just put $8 aside, you know how much that can feed? Look how much money we put. $20 to fill up a gas tank, right? Everybody putting $20 in the gas stations. Look at what they're doing. They building like 58 gas stations a day. Not a year. A goddamn day. Look at this downtown. And then some of these people, they just walking, stepping over them sleeping homeless people and get into their penthouse like, oh, these peasants. You know, and that's the wrong type of mind frame that we as people have. We feel like, some of us feel like, well, nobody reached back to help me. I had to make it on my own. But that's not the case. As being a servant of God, it don't matter. If God is ahead of your life, He will be the provider for you no matter what. So when He gives to you, you can always reach back. Since we already have more than enough because we are with Him, you can reach back and give to somebody. Give something to somebody in need. Straight up. I mean, it's so much on my mind with this. And it's like, it's not only is it heartbreaking, but it's an excitement. It brings joy to my life to be like, okay, forget it. Okay, I need to work on this. How can we be productive? How can me and my family and my household be productive to a set of people? And it's not just the homeless. It's not just the homeless. It's for, what about the elderly, right? What about that elderly man or that elderly woman who kids abandoned them, but so they don't have nothing to do all day but just sit in the windowsill and look out the window and be like, oh, a fly just flew past. And that's their only entertainment. But yet we could possibly go visit them, have a conversation with them, brighten up their day. All old people ain't gross. Some people think they nasty. They gross. No. That is a big ball of knowledge. But if we take the time and stop being worried about self, then we would know that. How about this? I call them orphans. That's the old word, but what do you call them? Foster children. Anybody ever sat and thought about, or do you know that when a child gets taken from their home and get put into foster care, they get put into foster care and get one bag with all their belongings, and that's all they got. And then they have to live with, I've just been taken away from what I've known. Now, it may have been a bad situation, but that may have been a situation that they only knew. And they're missing their mom, they're missing their brother, because some of them separate them. But what do? We like, man, that's jacked up. Like, oh man, that poor kid. Oh well. And we keep on walking. Because we feel like it ain't our responsibility. But, oh, that is so incorrect. It is our responsibility. Why? Because we are doing the kingdom business. And we are responsible for everybody. We are servants to one another. So, if we only serve ourselves, where is there room to serve someone else? There isn't. Right? So, I mean, there's a lot more. I don't even know. This is my first time doing this. I don't even know how to really express it. I hope it's coming across where you're able to understand what I'm saying. You're able to feel my heart and the passion for it. And that maybe some of y'all out there, we can link up and we can just go. I mean, I don't expect nothing. I really don't. I enjoy doing this because this is what God placed in my heart to do. I'm the type that, hey, you need something, here you go. Just don't call me, here you go. I'll give it to you. You don't need to, you don't need to come back and, oh, well, is there something you need? No, but if the Lord put it on your heart to give it to me at a time of my need, then just be there. But other than that, here you go. So, also, oh, this is what happened. There was a man sitting down there, so I had to pull over and I had to talk with him. And the man, he had his dictionary out. Now, this is a homeless guy. Any other body would probably just walk past and be like, mind you, sorry, got a fern gully, which means my thought process just switched. As I sat, me and my husband encamped downtown, they have their own community. Man, that is so legit. I mean, they have a community to where they are homeless, the homeless helping the homeless. While all this stuff is being built around them. Penthouses, white-collared working people walking past. All kinds of restaurants set up. But yet there's this one part. I'm not saying, I don't know who goes and from on a break and bless them, whatever. But I'm just reporting what I saw while I was there, while I was in the middle of it. I didn't see nobody. Maybe I wasn't there at the right time. I don't know. But it was like we downtown. I seen this lady. She was walking with footies on. I'm like, oh my Lord. I told my husband, I was like, I need to go to the store. Let's go to the store. I want to go get her whatever she needs. Not to be I'm not the one to really express what I'm going to do as far as how I'm going to bless the people, because the word of the Lord tells me don't let my right hand know what my left hand does. Heal. Whatever I do, it'll be a blessing, but I'm just here expressing to the needs that these people have. I mean, it was unbelievable. Like, oh man, I just can't express it. Seriously. Then you got all these cribs going up in an area where people have the ability to already pay rent. But then I think they're not building these houses to help the community, to help the people. No, they building these houses because those people, the poor folk, who is just one step up from the homeless people, they have the means some kind of way to pay this expensive rent, but they ain't giving them no cuts either. So all it is the big man is making money any way he can, and it ain't benefiting nobody but them. So we need to come together as servants of the kingdom and see how we can work this thing. Allow God to lead us to work this thing. And I'm not talking about, hey, we're gonna go on Easter, Christmas, and Thanksgiving. No, I'm talking about every other week, or however your time is permitted. I'm not trying to tell nobody what to do. I'm not down in. If you are able to hit on Christmas and Easter and Thanksgiving, to God be the glory. I'm just saying there's more to be done. Like the word says, the harvest is ready, but the laborers are few, yo. And I was one of them few, and I don't want to be a few laborer. I want to go. And I want to go here. I want to go back home where my home is. Now back home and here are two different things. Now, I'm just going to keep it real. Here, you know who homeless. You can clearly visually see who homeless because they just down there. Back home, the homeless people there be wearing Jordans, got Coach purses, and I'll be like, I'm confused. But hey, I don't know. Either way, if the Lord tell me to go, I'm going to go. I'm just saying. But all in all, people, I'm just saying, let's get out here. Let's be productive. I would love to link up with some people and see what we can do. There's a couple of people that I will be reaching out to at my church that is in this type of servant. They serve the community in this way. That's how I knew where to go because of the people that I linked up with at church. But I will be reaching out to them to get more information on this, because this thing right here, this thing got me like, I have never felt this excited about anything. Like, I don't even, man, see, right there. I was lost for words just right there because of this excitement, and I can see it. It's hard for me to explain it, but I can see it. And it's like I said, it's not just the homeless. There's so many things out here that we can serve, so many people, so many situations. And while these things are going up, it's not to help the people. So if these people are forgotten about by us, the ones who were placed here to be servants, then who will remember them? Then what will happen to them? I clearly could have been one of them kids homeless. I grew up poor. So, I was one step up from homeless. I watched my mama have to work 3 jobs just to make ends meet. There was times that we had to make rice sandwiches. We had rice every day, but we knew how to work that mug. We had government cheese. I watched my mama cry because of frustration. It was either a toss-up of go to work and make ends meet for the kids or pay certain bills. But without God, how could we have made it through that? Without the people, the servants that he placed in our lives at those moments, how could we have made it through that? He didn't forget about us because he chose servants for us at that appointed time. And so now it's my appointed time, and I have been chosen to be a servant to somebody, whoever he sends me to. And I just want to share that with y'all and say, hey, if y'all want to link up, let's link up for the kingdom. Not for me. I don't want the glory. Not for you. Because if you want the glory, I can't link up with you. But it has to be solely for the kingdom, because God gets all the glory. And he will be the one that reward us, not nobody else. And that's the only reward that I'm looking for. But I just want to thank y'all for giving me this time. As you can tell, I may have shown through this camera that I'm nervous because I don't like to be in front camera. I'm a behind the scenes type of chick, to where I give my ideas to somebody else and let them go up front. But this right here, I ain't giving. I'm asking to link up. Link up with me. I link up with you. Come on. Let's make this happen. And we can't say. And then also, look, that's what I was doing to my husband. It's like Fern Gully. Then also, it's not only to serve them, but it's also to get the souls for Christ. Those that are called that don't know that they called yet. But then he sent us, the laborers, out there to tell them about the love of Jesus, who probably don't even know who Jesus is. Half the time, they don't know. Somebody may not know, be like, well, I heard the name, but who? But we don't have to go in there and pound Jesus in their head with a nail, but just let them see the light of the Lord that lives within us. You understand? Hopefully you do. Either way, thank you for your time. And I'm over and out. And I just want to say, my name is Kelsha, and I approve this message. Boom!